Kia ora folks, greetings and welcome. I can't not say I am Guru. What is wrong with me? Seriously though, welcome. I just wanted to give a quick channel update. Well, I hope it's quick. I'll try and get most of it in editing. If not, I apologize in advance for my rambling. Now, as you would have been aware, for the last 2 to 3 weeks, I've been a bit quiet on YouTube. I put out a community post to just say I was taking a little bit of time out because I was dealing with fatigue. Now, this is not due to having to, produce videos and that sort of thing. Maybe it's a change of the season, but I just went through a period where I was waking up most days feeling like bone tired, and by the end of the day just not having the energy that I require to put into a video. I like to keep my enthusiasm up, and putting out labored tired videos is not my thing, and it's certainly not that enjoyable to do. So no health scares or anything like that. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been trying to focus on getting some better sleep, taking care of myself a little bit better, just to get some energy levels back, and I think they're coming back, which is great. So yeah, I also took the opportunity that I would have a think about where I was going with my channel, because, well, we've been going for 3 years, and I'd not really stopped and taken a retrospective of like where we started and where we are now and how we got there, and is what we're doing now aligned with what we wanted to do then, and should it, and what were our goals, and blah 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 blah, all of that sort of stuff. So I went back to the beginning and I thought, why did I start content creating, in particular State of Decay2? And the main reason was that sense of community that I got from the players, from content creators, being involved, like watching the dev updates, everything like that. It's kind of immersing myself in the game itself, because I came from a background where I didn't know anyone else in the world who played it until I stumbled across, the likes of Brian Menard and A-Cup and Bob and Mr. Black Tridog and Mike Jones and all the boot gang playing back in the day. It was pretty awesome. So I'm finding that my whole mind exploded, my horizons open up. So that was one of the reasons I really wanted to get into content creation. The other was just the game. I love State of Decay 2. It's a brilliant game. I am an advocate for the game. If you haven't got it, what's wrong with you? Get this game. It's amazing. So yeah, obviously very passionate about it. You don't make, I don't know, X 100 videos or whatever I've made on State of Decay 2 if you're not into it. And the other thing about the game is back when I started, I wanted to showcase my skill. Turned out I was a B-team all-star, and not that great at it at all, as I was to find out when I watched some other players play, and it was like, whew, and I played with better players, and it was like, whew. So yeah, pretty amazing. I also got a little bit hooked on like the success factor of growing views and subs and all of that sort of thing, and I got quite into looking at my analytics, channel analytics and all of that stuff, seeing how I could grow and stuff, and that came back to some of the goals that I set myself really early on the channel. We'll come back to that, but the other thing I really enjoyed was the creative aspect. So I learned how to set up OBS Studio, set up a room, editing software, streaming software, mics, stands, computers, headphones, just the whole shebang, and really learned a lot about that. And also dealing with people. I love meeting people from different parts of the world, different cultures, different points of view. That's been a huge part of it as well. So those are the things which kind of drew me to content creation, and in particular for State of Decay 2. We're talking about the success and the channel growth. Now, way back in the day, I did one video, got like 100,000 views or something out of nowhere, which for me was amazing. And on the back of that, I thought, wow, all my videos are now going to have 100,000 views. Yes, I'm going to be famous. I'm going to quit my job. Nope, here I am, still working. So yeah. So the goals I kind of set myself was, and the kind of why I did it, was to go full time and throw away the 9 to 5 and maybe play games and create content for a living. Look, that's not going to happen. I've come to peace with that now, and I'm all good with it. In fact, just accepting that is actually going to give me a lot more freedom, and a lot more time. And I think it's going to improve things around here. Is not to get led by the nose like YouTube does. It gives you a little dopamine hit of, wow, this video did well, and more views and more subs and all of that. Get more. Need it. What? That only got 1,000 views? What? I'd kill for 1,000 views on a video. Like, I would. And sometimes it'll come up 1,500 and I'm going, I thought it would do a bit better, So scramble. That's all the dopamine hits and stuff going on in my mind. I'm going to try and switch that off. Don't really need that. That doesn't define success for me anymore. Don't get me wrong. Please keep watching and liking and all of that, because I do need a little bit of that. We all do. That encouragement to keep going. But, it's not going to be the be-all and end-all and the reason why I do something anymore. Good. There, we've said it. The other reason was, once I was part of that community, I also just wanted to build some respectability and credibility in there, both as a content creator and as a player. I mean, people I really look up to and respect are both great players, great content creators, great people. And maybe I can be a better version of me too. I think I have mostly ticked that box. I think I've got a reasonable amount of street cred. I'm not hugely famous, but in terms of what I've produced, I'm comfortable with that as being, good quality. The other thing I wanted to do was build a community. We've got a Discord now of 500 plus members, which is awesome. And I'm on good terms with a lot of content creators out there, including those in the Discord community. You know who you are. And the Discord basically runs itself now because it's just full of fantastic people. So tick that box. That's great. I'm really thrilled about that. I like helping people. People have told me that they've learned a lot from watching my gameplay videos and the like, and I do tend to try and explain why I'm doing what I'm doing in these videos. But I think I can take that to the next level by maybe doing some tutorials or some content to really help people in State of Decay 2, and possibly some other games as well as we go on. But basically, I just want to kind of turn things around a bit so it's less of the gameplay and a bit more of these useful videos which can help a wider number of people, more specifically in the game itself. Excuse me. And that's just me wanting to give a bit back. It also comes back down to getting back into the creative side of things, playing with editing and playing with concepts, and some of the videos that I've done in the past where it's not gameplay, it's either I've got an idea for a game or an idea for State of Decay 3 or and what I think of the latest update, that sort of thing. So it'll give me an opportunity to try and produce some better quality videos in terms of what goes into them and the value that they bring to a wider audience. So that's definitely on the cards. That's where I want to head. And the other thing was I wanted to kind of prove my credentials, if you know what I mean, in terms of being a player. There's some amazing players out there, and some of them aren't even content creators, but they're just amazing players who I've played with, and they've just blown my mind. And I watched how good they were, and I wanted to try and see if I could be on that level. And to a large degree, I think I have. I'm not the world's best player. I don't know what I'm doing the whole time. I'm doing everything wrong, and somehow making it through alive. How could I describe it? The world's best bad player, something like that. That's me. I'm not a pro, but I'm hard to kill. And so what that's kind of led to is in State of Decay 2, to kind of raise the jeopardy every time that I start a series, I'm introducing harder mods, stricter conditions, everything like that, and it's starting to kind of feel a little bit counterproductive in terms of to make the game hard enough so that there's a real chance that I might get wiped. I'm actually introducing so many vicious elements, almost gets in the way of what the game is trying to do and why it's enjoyable. So this is not knocking the creators of these mods or the mods themselves. It's just that if you do that all the time, you can grind yourself down because it's an everyday struggle, which is fun, entertaining. But if you've got 2 or 3 of these kind of series going on all the time, it's tough. It's tough. It eventually, there's no break from it. Every time that I go into State of Decay 2, because all my State of Decay 2 content is online. I don't play it in my spare time at all. Every time I jump into State of Decay 2 and it's basically a murder simulator, then, it gets less sustainable over time because it's just, So what I want to do for the channel is pull back on the State of Decay 2 gameplay just a bit. We'll keep the No Man's Land mod going. We need to climb that mountain and knock the bastard off. The Extreme mod I'm going to turn into a multiplayer series and get people to join me and help me finish that mod off. And then I'm going to switch my dreams to try and encompass more multiplayer games, whether it's State of Decay 2 or other games. And I want to try to introduce some new games to the channel. If you're into Baldur's Gate 3, you'll be going, yes. If you're not, you'll be going, ugh. But don't worry, we're still doing lots of State of Decay 2. Good State of Decay 2. But I want to introduce some new games because I like variation. And so even if, Baldur's Gate never really takes off on my channel, in terms of viewership and that sort of thing, if it satisfies a small core of people and we have a great little community going, great chats and all of that sort of thing, then that's a win for me. So that's the plan there. So yes, that's pretty much what we've been thinking about over the last few weeks. Hey, thanks so much for everyone who reached out and sent me such wonderful comments and support, when I let you know that I was taking this time out. I really do appreciate that. It's been very, very rejuvenating to just take that time out to be able to reassess where I am, get some energy back so that I can put it back into the channel. Anyway, thank you so much wherever you are in the world. Go in peace. I'll see you soon. Ka kite. Bye for now.